All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sarasun Seti. Kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. We got a powerful one today, family. We're talking about Nimrod, the Kushite, the enigma of the Bible, right along with Melchizedek, Enoch. Nimrod is an enigma in the Bible. Supposedly the earliest city builder. They say he built a tower that could uh, go into heaven, where the people can reach God into heaven, and so he's considered to be an evil tyrant. But we're gonna check this out. Was he an African? Was he an Ethiopian? We're gonna touch this today. Now, before we get started, I want to make sure y'all get on over there to my Patreon. I got some fire up there. We got the Shabaka Stone. We got the Solomon Melchizedek hidden connection to ancient Kemet up there right now. Get over there. We doing Hitler in Ethiopia tonight. Also, KingSeti.com online marketplace, official General Seti products, DVDs, t-shirts, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry. You can become a member right here. General Seti, Sarasun Seti's YouTube page. Get some extracurricular, exclusive material videos. And please give this video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. Comment. Just don't say nothing stupid because you gon' get banned. And so, I like tapping into this wisdom and knowledge because we tend to run even from the esoterical. We know it's esoterical, but you telling us something. You telling us something, and we got to listen. We got to listen. And a lot of times, they try to promote Mesopotamia over Africa. You see, and we don't even understand that Mesopotamia is an extension of Africa. And you understand, and if you understand the Bible, you can also understand the chronology. Sometimes you have to go back because they get to telling new lies. You see, they get to telling new lies. And where that King James, Queen James version, you feel what I'm saying, becomes a testament of earlier things that they done told on themselves. Yeah. Told some truth, and you can use it. So at this point in time, people don't understand the lies that they telling today. You see, we can reach back into the King James as a instrument to use against them today. You see, with the lies that they're telling. Now, when we look at the chronology, now first and foremost, who is Nimrod? Now, Nimrod is considered to be the first great ruler on the planet. Okay, and this is philosophical. This is esoterical. But he's considered to be the first great ruler and a tyrant. Okay? And a tyrant on top of that. Now, as you peep the Bible, you're gonna see that most of the African, personages, they the ones that's always cursed. Ethiopia cursed. Egypt curves, Nimrod curves, the 10 plagues of Egypt. And so if you see it, if you know this ahead of time, see, but somebody got to peep you to it. That's how you know that they, this is the African bloodline. And so they got everything that's African. They got to deem it evil and things of that nature. And so Nimrod is supposedly building this tower, to the heavens. That he gonna build a tower to heaven. Okay, and so they say he's outrageous. He trying to defy God. You see, and so this is the thing. Even them hating on the ancient monuments of this is esoterical. Hating on the monuments of Africa. Say they building so large, it look like they build in the heaven. Look like they build in the heaven. Let's tap into some of this. But Nimrod is the son of Cush. You see, he is the son of Kush, Ethiopia. A lot of people want to skip around that. You see, so when people say that, Mesopotamia is older than Egypt or Africa or Ethiopia, they're wrong. Because based on the chronology, Nimrod is a son of Kush, Ethiopia. And you can get that Genesis 10, 8 through 9. It states plainly that Nimrod was the son of Cush and Cush was the son of Ham. They curse Ham, which is Kam, which is Kim. Don't let them tell you it mean hot. No. It don't mean hot. It don't mean black. That's what it mean. Cam, Cham. They spell it C-H-A-M. They spell it H-A-M. They spell it with the K. K-A-M, and then they spell it K-E-M. And sometimes they spell it K-I-M, okay? Because there's no vowel. The vowels is interchangeable. So you could put whatever vowel you choose to put in there, you see? And so it says Genesis 10, and Cush, Ethiopia, begot Nimrod. Now, what is critical, which I always bring up to the family, that we got to be clear that Cush, or Ethiopia, or the ancients, is Sudan. And I made that clear, and I'm about the only scholar that you ever heard emphasize that. You see, and it must be emphasized because they trying to work some magic on us to steal our legacy. And we can't let them do that. You see what I'm saying? We cannot let them do that. It's some further down, by Africa being, conquered over so many thousands of years, and the enemy had put in plants. Many of these plants are cosplaying as the original peoples of the land. In that way, when they say, "Are you Ethiopian?" Yes, I'm Ethiopian, but we're also related to the Arab, and we're related to, and so you got them types in there right now that'll sell the legacy of Africa through the back door, and we can't let them do that. So we emphasize strongly that the ancient Ethiopia is in Sudan, which is a fact. And I brought that up. So when you say that Nimrod is the son of Sudan, that changes some things. You know what I'm saying? That changes some things, this is the son of Sudan. So also, what was it? Sheba was also the son of Sudan. Sheba was Arabia. You see, that's where we got to express the truth in this. Okay, and so, and his brothers, we talking about Nimrod's brothers, was Seba or Saba. That's where you get the Sabaeans. And the Sabaeans was also Southern Arabia, which is an extension of Africa. First and foremost, there was no Arabia as you know of it today. Y'all got to quit looking at today and thinking that just like America. When you go to Arabia has looked that way maybe, for 1,000 years, if that. I don't even think I could give them 1,000 years. You see, I don't think I can give them 1,000 years because, I think pretty much when the Turks and all of that came down into, that they, put the last, whitening up, and it ain't all the way white now. You see what I'm saying? They just don't give, black people no shine on no damn TV. That's just all it is to it. Then you got Havilah, which is also a son. And now when you go into Genesis, you will see that Havilah was the first nation to be mentioned in the Bible in connection with the Garden of Eden. We talking about in Africa. You see, that's significant. Whether it's esoteric or not, we can work with that. Sapta, Rama, and Sapteka. And then Rama's sons were Sheba and Dedan. And so this is all, you know, what we call Arabian tribes. Now, I don't know why I ain't get them maps in there. Let me throw these maps up in here real quick so we could get you know, I'm in here dropping science on these, and y'all probably like, where's Seti? Where's he getting? Where's this at? Well, let me get it in here for you, family. Let me get it in here for you. Okay, that one. Okay, let me see if I can get that one in here. Let me see if I can get that one in here. Yeah, I can get that one. Boom. Let me get that one in there. That's necessary. That's a nice one. That's a nice one. Let me see. What's that? Oh, that's another one. They ain't gonna let me get, but they might let me get that one in there. Okay, let me see. Let me get that one in there too. So we can work it. So we can work it. Boom. Let me get that one in there. That's a nice one. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, what about that? That's okay. They probably ain't gonna let me get that one in there. Okay, I might have to just work with them too. I might have to work with them too, and that might be all I need anyway. Okay, I'll work with them too. I'll work with them too. Let me pull that on up out of here so we can see. But so now when you look right there, you see Sheba, Dedan, Midian. You see, these are things you know. This is things that you know. I studied the geography. You see, that's me. I study the geography and the genealogies. I don't get caught up in the stories. I get caught. I mastered the geography, the genealogies, and when I say the African genealogy, that's what I master. And so when you looking at every last name on this map, Sheba, Dedan, Midian, Kendar, Babylonia, you see, all of those are Hermetic nations. Them is African nations, according to the Bible, who are relatives of Ethiopia, KUSH. So when you look at Sheba, Dedan, those are the children of Ethiopia, Sudan. Then you got Midian up there. Midian was also Kushites. That's where Moses marries his wife, who was also in Numbers was acknowledged to be an Ethiopian. And you know, Moses' sister Miriam and his brother Aaron had mocked Zipporah, and God cursed Miriam and cursed her with leprosy. But she was so we understand the Midianites to also be Ethiopians. Then you got Kendar and Kedar, which is I believe one of the sons of who do he come through? I think he might be a Ishmaelite. I think he may have come through Ishmael. I have to look into that. I think he came through Ishmael. You know, I think Abraham had a third wife, and I think her name was Keturah. You know, and so I don't know, but I think Kedar, because he was, that's black. Black is the tenth of Kedar. Then you got Babylonia, which is Mesopotamia. All of that, Assyria. That's that's Nimrod. Okay, that's Nimrod. All of that is black. Okay, all of that is the Hermetic bloodline. You see, even Persia, when you talk about Persepolis, that's also of the Kushite bloodline. So all of that, we looking over there, that was one of the first. That's what I call Kush minor. You got Kush major, then you got Kush minor. You see, and so that area across the Sinai Peninsula, I term myself, I call it Kush minor, because when the Kushites, Ethiopians, Kemetic Africans crossed these they were the first one that colonized all that area over there, all the way up into Turkey. So when you're talking about Troy, you're talking about Colchis and all of these stories out of early Greek mythology, also that fall back into the African bloodline. You feel me? And so, wait a minute, let me tap back over here into this information. Uh, we understand that in the Bible they call it Shinar. You know, his first kingdom. When we talking about Nimrod, Genesis 10:10 says the beginning of his kingdom was Babel. You understand? Iraq, Akkad, and Calne in the land of Shinar. So, you know, even Assyria, it says Assyria too. They didn't bring that up. So all of them areas over there was under Kushite rule. Okay. Now, I put in here, it says why Nimrod matters. Nimrod was the first imperial ruler. Okay. Associated with Babylon, tower building and centralized power, a symbol of post-flood rebellion. And so what it is, because our people was highly advanced in technology, these people done wrote all type of literature hating on our people because we were so advanced in technology. They say these people building the God. No, we ain't build, we is God. Yeah, we building the God, we is God. And that's what, you know, and so these are nothing but fairy tales of jealousy. And I say, you know, and so a lot of, you know, you talking about Abraham also comes out of Ur of Chaldea, which is the land of Nimrod. Okay, so let that be. And that's why when I get on them Hebrews, when you hear his name originally was Abram, and then what did they add to his name? When God supposedly made a covenant with Abram, he changed his name to Abraham, which is Kim, which is Kam, which is black. All these prophets are associated with ancient Kemet. I don't care if it's Abraham, I don't care if Jesus, I don't care if it's Jacob. Every last one of them got an initiation into the mysteries through African priesthood mystery school. Whether it was Abraham through Melchizedek, many esoterical scrolls mention the fact that, you know, when Jesus was missing for 18 years. Nobody talk about that. He goes from 12 to like 32. Well, I think it was 12 to like 33. You know, 18 years of his life is missing in the Bible. Many esoterical books say that he was in Egypt getting an education. You see, Moses was educated, and so when you look at the greatest of their scholars and greatest of their prophets, every last one of them had some form of education in Kemet, in ancient Egypt, Kush. Okay, just let's just be real about it. So it says Genesis 10, verse 10 to 12 defines Nimrod realm as Shinar, Babylon, Erech, Akkad, later expansion towards Assyria and Nineveh. Okay, and when you get up there in northern Mesopotamia, up there in that Assyria region up there, man, they got so much Egyptian style artifacts that then came over there from over there. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how far Egypt's hand reached over there. I'm talking about heavy artifacts. Them people, go look it up, Nimrod, and look at all the Egypt. You can go to also to Persepolis, right over there. If you look to the right, Persepolis, and nothing but Egyptian architecture over there. So we got to quit playing. Egypt's hand went farther than what they want to tell you. When we show the map or the Egyptian empire, they want to show you just Canaan, and no. Egypt's empire went all through what we looking at right now. They hand went through to the southern extremities of Arabia, into Mesopotamia, even into Persia. You see, Egypt and Kush, Ethiopia dominated all the way up into Turkey. The Trojans, all of that was a part of the ancient African empire. So when we talk about Nimrod, we got to talk, we go in and we bring this up, that he was the son of Kush, Ethiopia. And then let me talk to y'all. Do y'all know? See, the thing is, what I try to tell everybody out there, do you know that Kush is a derogatory term in Orthodox Judaism? I got all the documents. They had the chief rabbi of Israel. He had, during some ceremony, he had called a little black boy a Kushi, a nigger. And it was an uproar about it. But the term Kushi in white Orthodox Judaism is a derogatory term. They use it as a derogatory term. So once you get off into that, you know the original view of what they believe. Now, what they try to change it up as, we already know they're going to try to lie now because our eyes is open. You see, but today, is crazy as it sounds, some of the terminologies and geographies that they give in the Bible is now becoming a dagger in their back. They wish they had not said them things. And now they're going to do what that's just, we don't believe in the Bible. Yeah, you don't believe in it now because we done became wise in it. So anything we become wise in, they want to leave behind. So family, we're talking about Kushite, Nimrod the Kushite. And what I tell people is geography. This is what I'm trying y'all to get it. Get the geography, look at the genealogy of the supposed African nations. Once you master that, you got the view of how to read it or how to interpret it. You see, if you don't have that, you ain't got nothing. You see, get the geography, get that bloodline. That's supposed, because they told the truth there. They wish they had not told the truth, but they told the truth. And once you get the bloodline of Ham, trace it all through the Bible, whoever had connections, you know what I'm saying? That's how we know many of them so-called prophets, they had African blood in them. And not just a little bit, a whole lot. A lot of their mamas was African women and the daddies too. You see what I'm saying? But you got to know that genealogy and the geography. And once you have that, then you can interpret the book. And not only interpret, once you interpret it, you can move on. You see what I'm saying? You ain't got to stay there, but you have mastered a degree. This is called a degree. And that's what y'all failed. It's a degree. It's 300. It's more than 360 degrees. Master the degree and move on. And when it's necessary to bring up that degree along with many other degrees, you got that in your belt. You feel what I'm saying, family? Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all get on over there to Patreon, support the general. We doing a hell of a work that nobody's out here doing for the people. We like the last, you know what I'm saying, on the line. Ain't no, we the last on the line. You feel what I'm saying? So support, and I'll see y'all real soon. Okay, family, arm yourself with knowledge, bang on the wicked beast, daily liberation through African education and confrontation. Boom, Black Power.